Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. It's been about 2 years since I uploaded my last YouTube video. So that video was when I got my first Sony, which was the Sony ZV-E10 Mark I. And now I want to show you what the footage looks like on the ZV-E1. I picked this up about a year ago. I don't primarily do YouTube. That's why you haven't seen many YouTube videos up for me. I primarily upload on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, so short form. I haven't really been able to dabble in long form because I feel like it's a whole different ballgame that I just haven't been able to prepare myself for. But let's get into the setup. So at this very moment, for this video you're watching right now, we are shooting on the ZV-E1 with the Sony 16-35, and then I'm also using a shotgun mic. I would advocate anyone who wants to get a camera to always buy it used, say Facebook, eBay, you know, secondhand, no matter what it is, secondhand. Now, I want to do something that I don't believe I did the first time, which was go through a few reasons as to why I got the camera. So my number one reason for going with the ZV-E1 is the infamous dual native ISO that they have. Right now, I'm shooting at 12,800 ISO because obviously I am inside. I don't have enough light to be able to hold this shot, so I could boost it up to 12,800 and voila, it's perfect. There are so many things you have to invest to when you enter this field, and I'm just not ready to invest in lights. You know, a lot of the videos that I do, a lot of the paid gigs that I do, they're all outdoors, or at least I make sure they're all outdoors. If there's anything that requires me to have such lighting, I'll obviously deny it because I don't have the lights. Reason number two, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but the ZV-E1 is like super tiny. You could basically fit it in your pocket if you wanted. I feel like when it comes to creating content, wanting to carry your camera around has to be number one, because if you don't have your camera with you, you're not going to record anything. Reason number three is definitely going to be the 12 megapixel sensor. I feel like 4K on a 12 megapixel sensor is always going to be better than, say, oversampled 8K or 7K on something like the A7 IV. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going to choose to believe it that native 4K in 12 megapixels is always better than oversampled. But then again, because we're uploading it to social media, it doesn't look that different whether it's on an FX30, an A6700, an A7 IV, or ZV-E1. If you color grade it properly, it will look similar. It all gets downgraded to the same 1080. Well, not on YouTube. YouTube, you could do 4K. Now, to switch lanes a little bit, there are also a few cons that I've noticed, but they're not enough to make me not want the camera, obviously. These are all things that are just on the picky side of when you look up videos on the pros and cons. They're listed as cons, but are they really? You could work around it. Would it be nice to have it? Yeah. Do you need it? No. The first con that I would say is it doesn't have a full HDMI, but trust me, you don't need a full HDMI. I still am able to use a monitor, but I can't use monitor control. I can't control it from the monitor. A con? A serious one? No. Another one that people are gonna say is that it only holds one SD card. Yes, it only holds one SD card. Is it the end of the world? No, not really. Is it the end of the world if that SD card corrupts? Yes, but again, I feel like it's one of those things where, I don't know, it just feels, it's a luxury. I personally have never had an SD card corrupt. God forbid that it happens. And another con that I see that obviously gets tossed around is the overheating issues. Yes, the ZV-E1 does tend to overheat more often than not because it doesn't have a fan. And when you're shooting in very high codecs, 4K 60, 4K 120, for an extensive amount of time, yes, it will overheat. But a little band-aid on the problem is if you have one of these fans from Ulanzi or whatever brand you get it from. Multiple brands make it. The fan's battery life is, I would say, roughly like 20-30 minutes. Again, just enough to keep your camera cool. This video here, I've been recording for, I'd say, about 30 minutes, and I haven't gotten a heat symbol yet, so we're all good and we're all rolling. Pretty sure, I think that's all I see floating around for the possible cons. But obviously, again, nothing to make you not want to get the camera. That brings us to the end of the video. I really want to try and do more long format work on YouTube just like this. But obviously, my last post was 3 years ago, so we'll see how that works. Thank you for watching.